Oh, don't worry, this will make sense.
Okay, it's 2010s, and the console market is as hot as it could be. With Wii's undeniable success, competition won some of that Wii's market share cake. So, because of that, Sony and Microsoft decided to come up with their own version of Wii Remote. Yeah, those weren't the greatest, but at least Microsoft's solution was more original. The PlayStation Move though, yeah, that was just a bland copy of Wii Remote. But Sony didn't want to stop there. PlayStation Allstars. This is basically Smash Bros. Clone by Sony that features characters of many Sony exclusives. And while the concept of Smash Bros. But with PlayStation characters was awesome, the game was met with pretty mixed reviews, probably because it didn't utilize the concept properly. The roster wasn't really good at this game, and the game itself didn't really have much of a single-player content to mess around with. But while that was happening, mobile gaming was on its peak, with classics like Angry Birds, Cutthroat, Fruit Ninja being the smash hits. And because of that, a lot of companies wanted to capitalize on this market, and they started releasing their big games on mobile platform. So, Sony decided, wouldn't it be very funny if we make a free-to-play game using PlayStation All-Stars branding exclusive to Europe that has nothing to do with PlayStation All-Stars? And we are gonna implement Coca-Cola Zero in this game. Because fuck you, they sponsor us, we gotta do it. What the hell am I looking at? PlayStation Allstars Island. It's a free-to-play mobile game published by Sony exclusively to Europe that is heavily sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero and is developed by Zoink. You know Zoink, right? Lost in Random, Coca-Cola Zero, PlayStation Allstars Island, definitely rings the bells. So, this game includes 4 minigames that feature Nathan Drake from Uncharted, Sackboy from Little Big Planet, Cole from Infamous, and Cat from Gravity Rush. And we also may see some guests from Jak and Daxter and Ratchet & Clank, but we will get into that. So, let's go through all of these games and see if they are good or not. Uncharted Drake's Pursuit. It's a Temple Run clone. The only thing that makes this game stand out are the parts where you have to use gyroscope and the parts where you climb using touchscreen. And the PlayStation's Allstars Island main gimmick, Coke Drops. All the 4 games have Coke Drops, collecting which will fill your Coca-Cola Zero bottle. When it does fill up, you can tap on it to play a minigame with different PlayStation characters, sort of like a break between the game. In Uncharted's case, the first one we get is Kate from Gravity Rush, where we have to change gravitation to pick as many coins as possible. It's alright. The second is Ratchet & Clank, where we have to bounce off these platforms to get as many coins as we can. If we miss a platform, we go back to the game. So yeah, this is probably the worst game out of all 4. Let's just move on. Next up we have Little Big Planet Epic Race. Damn! And people are saying we don't have Little Big Planet karting sequel. This is basically a simplified version of that game, except there are no items like you would expect in a normal karting game. There are Sackboy bubbles and Coke Drops you can collect, and you have to get to the checkpoint in time so the time doesn't run out. And if you don't get there in time, the game will end. So yeah, pretty bare bones card game. Let's check the Coke minigames. First one is with Cole, where we have to collect the LBP bubbles and use gyroscope to change the rails we are riding. It's okay, but changing the rails with gyros sometimes is not as responsive enough to my liking. Second one is Drake, where he catches Sackboy and you have to basically use gyroscope to control his direction of fall. So yeah, that's Sackboy's Epic Race, probably my favorite in this whole collection. Gravity Rush Infinite Skies. It's another endless runner like Uncharted, except now you can change gravity. You run, and if you use gravity in the wrong spot, you die. Oh, and also there are those stages where you can like use gyroscope to control your float. And and by killing red cores, you get Coke Drops. At least it tries to be more original than Uncharted, but honestly I don't think it tried hard enough. Okay, but what about Coke minigames? The first one is with Sackboy, where Sackboy dressed as a cat runs through LBP-like level, except you can change gravity to avoid obstacles. Probably one of the coolest Coke minigames. Second one is Jack and Daxter, where it's just a poor version of Flappy Bird. Nothing much to see here, to be honest. Moving on. Infamous Survival. It may look like another endless runner, but it's a bit more than that. While running, there are monsters trying to attack us, and using our powers, we gotta get rid of them. We can use metal objects as a shield and a way to recharge our powers, and if we throw metal objects to Coca-Cola machines and banners, then we get Coke drops. Let's check the minigames. The first one we have is Sackboy, where we basically have to throw stickers to the monsters, but like not the Sackboy ones, using touchscreen. It's probably the worst one, I'm not gonna lie. Last one we have is Ratchet, where we have to move Ratchet with Cole dragged along the way to collect points. This is probably the most original minigame they came up with. I like this one. And that's PlayStation All-Stars. This is one of the weirdest Sony games I have ever played. Hell, one of the weirdest ad games I have ever played. The fact that this game exists is weird. For a free mobile game, I'd say it's alright. There are definitely better mobile games you could play though. This is not the kind of game I would play like 24/7 or revisit, you know. But, you know, it's free, it's okay. And the fact that it exists is kind of funny. All I have to say about this one now, it's pretty cool to see a cat on mobile device. She is low poly as hell, but I love it.